Good morning. Hey, Caesar.
Market is open.
Sweet. So, good morning, guys. Today it's kind of dead a little bit. Everything is really risky today. It's micro floats. You know, Steven's not gonna alert any of these. The only one that even has like a little bit of an edge is SYTA, and it's kind of a bounce short, but a lot of the resistance is canceled up to like 520, 540, and so you kind of know what I'm aiming for now. At this point, if we go in, in the market, or not in the market, in the pre-market, it was about 9 million, 10 million in the market, or the pre-market, so it's a little crowded. So we're expecting a push. I'm going to shoot my shot around like 520 area, but if it doesn't get up there, I'd also understand, because the resistance was pretty steep. It was only like about like 100 million, if I remember right. Like I want to like go to it and check. Okay, yeah, I can just do this. But yeah, 150 million, and it was canceled up to like 520. So we can say this is about 100. So I kind of want to put in half right here, and then another half at like 540, 520. Risking, I want to say like 20 cents. So I'm actually going to go in pretty soon, because I'm liking this push right now, and I'm mostly going to wait for like some type of slowdown. And so it's at my mark right now, so I'm gonna go in half, see what I can get. I wanted to like have some type of slowing down, because like this is a micro float. And so even if there is a resistance, if there's enough people, that won't mean anything, because half the people in the pre-market already just went through.
Executed.
So I just put in half around like 5.28. I'm going to wait for some type of consolidation, and then I'm going to add in the second half on the back end. I'm trying to make sure my average stays, or my second entry stays above my average at this point. But if it does come back up a tiny bit later, I won't be mad. But for now, I think we're still in the first 5 minutes, and so everything's going to be a little bit chaotic. And so I'm okay with just this half entry, because what happens is there's a lot of people that probably went in between like 480 and like 410. Like for multiple reasons. One, they could be thinking about like minimum bounce short percentage. Others, like I've run like a few scenarios. But other than that, I think a few of those are going to get squeezed, and that's why I like went right past that start of the resistance, because what am I saying? Here you are. So this goes all the way up to $9, and it's 100 million volume, so it's spread out really far for resistance, and so it's not that reliable when it comes to like density of like the resistance, and then the consistency of like the consistent like volume before it isn't enough to like act as a magnet to bring it down from like the long-term holders. So if this goes up to 6, that's where I'm going to put in my second entry, and then at that point I'll just risk like 15. Well, first I gotta see what my entry would be, because if I did half, I'll do half times, what is that? Half times I think 5.28, that gives me 2.64. Now remember that 2.64. We're trying to use the most of this resistance as possible. All right, now what am I doing? So I want it to go up to 6, but I don't even know if it can go up that far, but that's what I'm gonna aim for. So let's do half times 6 plus 2.64. And so that put my average at 5.64. But that's only if I get up to 6. Now it doesn't have to go up to 6. It has a high a day right now at 5.63. If it breaks that, it does have a good chance to go up there. But mostly what we're looking for is before 10 o'clock. If it doesn't break this top, I'm okay with just keeping this average right now. Because we mostly just wanted to like lose some type of momentum. Because again, it's a micro float. And again, Steven's not gonna alert this because it's a micro float. Same thing with ISIG. This is this went up like 300%, and we've been seeing that a lot lately. Okay, I keep staring at the stock, but pretty much this goes up 300%. Pulls back like 20 to 25%. As long as it stays within that 25-30% range, it has a decent chance of coming back up. But what's happened lately, if you look at PPSI, PALT, LGVN, and a few others, what it looks like is the ones that run up this 300% and then consolidate, or like through the pre-market. What do you call that? I remember we talked about how like late day spikes are like harder to beat down, and so you can definitely, you know, go into a spike on that. But since it's outside of that 25% range, it actually has a slightly harder chance to get back up there. And so I want to like risk 12 on this, but how do I say it? It's still a micro float. And so I'd rather stay disciplined and just miss this one and like take that $200 borrow loss that I took from it. Because if I go in now, the reward on this, you know, it could potentially get down here, but as soon as it gets to like half a spike, I'd rather, you know, put money on the half spike bounce rather than like this half short using like pre-market resistance / like the consolidation up here at 13. But what am I doing? All right, so remember, if it goes up to around 6, we're putting in that second half. That should give us our average at I think it was like 62 or 65. Yeah, 64. All right. Let's see. All right, the volume coming in. There we go. Ooh. Okay, we're about to top it now. Fuck, missed it. Keep going.
Executed.
All right, so this puts me at 5.68. All right, already down 7. I don't like that. But it's fine. As long as it doesn't break this 6.29 top, that'll be good. Now, I should have delayed the first entry, or went in a third, not half. But that's fine. I'll be okay with taking. We're at 26 million on a float that's barely a million. And when it comes to like the float on this, I couldn't actually find it in the SEC filings because they only had. I don't want to pull up the screen as much. Where you at? SEC. How do I? There we go. Yeah, they only had SK files, effect, F1, and those things. But remember, my average is only, where'd you go? Put that down, put this up. 5.68. So that's actually really bad. I should have not went in half, or should have went in small, then half later. Okay, we're out. Wait, did it break the high? No, it didn't. So what's the exposure on that? Okay, so the exposure on this is only 6K, and my normal size. Okay, we're good still. For now. Like, the volume coming in is crazy. But, what was I say? The, let me take off the training wheels. But it was something I'm saying. The exposure on this is 6K. And so I did that on purpose because, like, this is a micro float, gap up short, and it was two other things. Oh, it was the. I know, I'm still confident. I'm still confident it's coming down. About 120. 2.6. Yeah, no, I'm still good. But it's gonna be a while though. Oh, what is these questions saying? That's too long of a question, bro. While I'm trading. Morning question for Stockcraft. I plug in candle closes greater than previous high, and volume is greater than previous candle volume. Hold on, let me. Hey, out of the clouds for now. But morning question for Stockcraft. I plugged in candle closes greater than previous candle high. Okay. And volume is greater than previous candle volume. Okay. For my best traded stocks of the year, the ratio is 1 to 29 to 1. But I won way more than that on VWAP entries than that strategy. An idea why it's less than 2 to 1? Any idea why it's less than 2 to 1? Okay, so I want to say you have to have like certain components before you have like a solid strategy. One's like price action, another one's volatility. And having your closes greater than the previous high. Wait, you didn't even say if you're going long or short. But okay, so this would be price action. So the one with the volume would be something closer to volatility, but the one with the closes greater than the previous one, that's a little hard to say. Like I'm not gonna try this while I'm trading. There's something else I was doing. Sorry, always long. Stock says 1.29 to 1, and my wins were over 2 point. Fuck. Okay, I think we actually found the max. You know, if the borrows weren't as expensive, I'd try to get things closer to 6.29, because the max reward in this is only. See, 6 point. by 2.79. I'd aim for 7 plus 2.76. 5.21. Okay, that's the average I could go for. Yeah, because I'm only at 5.6, and so that's only 40 cents on a $5 stock. It's not worth it. It's still not even 10 o'clock yet. Okay, so the next one, 5.6 divided by 2.79. 4.54. Okay, let's do this. I'm in Steven's webinar right now, and he's not trading anything, and everyone's trying to get him to trade something, and he's just like, man, y'all crazy. Where is that upper vertical? $5.54. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Something like that. Okay, yeah. There's too much volume coming in. I'm about to cut it.
Executed.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who. Shut the fuck up. All right, so that's the first attempt. I have one more. How much was that? Okay, that's good. That's still a solid 10%. Okay, I can't be in the webinar. There's way too much FOMO in my ear. This dude is toxic. Okay, so it already broke that top, but it's not looking that strong. It might actually been like closer to a fake out after the 30% push. I want to go in now, but I want to see. Yeah, here we go. I want to see like a little more like power from this 40 million right now, because this is 4 times as much as it, like the pre-market. Micro floats are annoying. And so what is it? I lost 600 on the way up on a 6K position, so that's 10%. On the way back down, average gain would be like 30%. So I'm trying to see if it's worth it to go back in a second time. Like I can definitely make money, but like the okay. Yeah. Because I'm still under my max loss. But I'll definitely have to be tighter with my second. Well, I'm gonna let that develop. Now, let's see, answer some of these questions. Oh, sorry about that, Misty. Yeah, what is it? If you haven't read my shirt, I'm the nicest asshole. So, yeah. There's something else. What is the best way that you study the market? So there's like a point where you have to do, like, you have to have a focus, and before you have a focus, you have to know what's available. And if you don't have like a mentor or like someone to like guide you, you're pretty much gonna have to go out there and test whatever is like pretty much interesting to you. And eventually you're gonna have to find some kind of book or something to guide you. And once you focus on like one type of trading, and then you can go into like the style inside of that type of trading. And I was about to say, and then once you have like a solid understanding of like that type of trading, then you can do it from different perspectives, from like different mentors and other styles. So what I mean by that is if you're day trading, that's going to be like the type of trader you are. Like day trading, then you're going to be like, oh, okay, are you in like blue chips? Are you in penny stocks? Are you in stuff like that? And we're like, okay, cool. And then what's going to be your like edge after that? It's all going to be kind of what kind of frame you put on, and you just try to find the most detailed frame, and then use their like Pareto distribution and stuff like that, just to narrow down all the noise that's not something that you want to focus on. And to do that, you're going to have to study like a lot of psychology, a lot of not philosophy, a little bit like philosophy, money distribution. There's only like two variables that go through the market, and that's like money and emotions. And so anything that can be tied to that and used as an edge will help you with that study. It's a very like creative process, and everything else is just you do what you think might help, because it's like your truth, because it's going to help you no matter what you do. Because it's all about like the intention, and then it's a journey, and eventually you're going to start getting all these enlightenments the more you just passively keep up that pace of like learning. And then at some point you're going to have to experience like trading, or it's not going to make sense as much, because you're going to be missing either the emotion or like just the raw experience of what it's like to be inside, if that makes sense. But like that's how I study. Like foreknowledge, or I'm gonna wait for some type of no, I'm still good. But what am I doing? It's topping, but I still want it to come back up and go a little bit sideways. Like if I do go back in, it'll be like 620, 630. But there's something else. Oh, hey Ben. I haven't seen you in forever. I don't know if I'm killing it. I'm pretty much getting killed right now on this micro float. I'm kind of glad I didn't go in ISIG, because I still think this is gonna find some type of support and come back up. Especially since Steven said something about maybe LGVN and some other stuff. But it was something I'm talking about. What was it? Oh yeah. Morning. Couldn't short SYTA with your shares were too expensive, but I longed it since open and covered at 5.9. See, I almost longed it too at the open, because I knew something was going to squeeze, but I didn't want it to squeeze like that bad. I wanted to stay around like 120. Cause like, what do you call it? I got the shares at 5:30, 5:45, because I recently, between like 5:20 and like 4 o'clock, they're just always super expensive on TZ. And then they wait till like an hour and 10 minutes. Then they drop all the shares prices, or the borrow prices, by like half. And every time it happens, I'm already tilted before the market even opens. And so I try to train myself to like either wake up like later or wake up early, then only look at my notes and the chart and other stuff before I borrow. Like pretty much I don't borrow anytime before 5:30 now. just so I can get like a better borrow. Unless it's like a multi-day runner or something with enough borrows that it doesn't matter as much. But with low floats, yeah, we've had enough of these to where I'm starting to master this. Or at least the borrow part. Now, the thing is, it's open with about like 10 million on the pre-market. And we're barely 30 minutes in and it's almost 5 times the amount. That's not good. If we can get it, what is it, 3 to 5? I'm thinking like float rotations and stuff. No, we're way past that point. Yeah, so I forgot what I was about to say. Okay, so oh yeah, okay, now I remember. I wanted to go back in. But it's still like a sensitive time. But you know, mama did raise no. Alright, so if I go in the next time, I'm going in all at once. And it's gonna be right now. I just want to make sure it shows some type of topping. It's like if it doesn't break this top like right now, it's gonna be a little bit harder. Later. And this time I'm only risking $400 instead of the $600 before. Because I'm only doing a max loss of like 1,000. Because what do you call it? I'm only above the 25k for or the PDT by like 3,000 right now. And so I'm trying to give myself like a couple chances. And I'd rather do it into this play that at least has a resistance. But again, we said the resistance on this is it's so spread out that it's not the best to go into in the first place. And then it's been canceled up to like 5.6. And so if it's right here right now. Yeah, I'd still go for that. Actually, I didn't see this. Okay. 7. This would actually be the best place to shoot for. But it can easily drop here. But on this volume, probably not. I feel like I'm only using like 40% of my focus right now, and it's so annoying. Okay, what am I doing? Keep it low key, man. Spending too much time studying, ready for craziness. You're right. You're right. What was I say? Like I have a lot of sheets right now where I took everything I know and I put it into like one sheet. And before the sheet was, you know, everything in there was kind of vague. I gave it to Steven and he's just like, wow. He's like, this is actually really good. He's like, if you cut this down to like, was it 40% of what it is? He's like, that's easily something that you can flip accounts with. He's like, with the stuff now, it's just like, it's going to be like a rough road, but yeah, you can stay profitable. He's like, you're like half a year away from, just like always being profitable. I'm like, what do you mean half a year? And he's just like, so you got this is a little vague. This one a little vague. And I'm like, oh. And so no, that like motivated me. It's like, oh, I'm closer than I thought. That type of stuff. But what am I doing? Yo, might be on the semi-long question before. I thought this was Stockcraft live, but appreciate your time when you get to it after a trade. Okay. So when it comes to like Stockcraft, I'm a beginner too. I do have like slightly coding engineering background. All the stuff that I know about Stockcraft comes from I think I have enough time. Yeah, because this is gonna gain liquidity and all that other stuff up to like 10:30, 11 o'clock anyway. So when it comes to like all that, anything that I'm learning, I just use any old quantitative theory book out there. What's this channel? Try it. And Because when it comes to coding, the oh, there we go. So if it hits that like between 7 to 8, that's mostly what I want to hit for or aim for. Because at this point, we got 1 squeeze, 2 squeeze. This third one, that's what we're gonna aim for. Unless this is a fake out, then we might just be out of luck. But what am I doing? Okay, looks like it's slowing down a tiny bit. Okay, but what am I doing? So these books right here where it says teaching yourself, like there's a lot of books on coding and like being a quantitative trader. This is the channel you want to go to when it comes to like trying to teach yourself that stuff. What I've learned up to this point is that I can show you that too, pretty much. Like eventually I'm gonna learn it to 100%, but right now I've obviously been focused on like my trading and like learning some other stuff while trying to do my job. But where you at? Stop it. Okay, here we go. I remember his question. It was a very specific question. Like he was asking me to help with his stuff. Like I don't even think I'm at the point where I can get past just philosophy on that. So where are you at? I think this is all stuff from like Investopedia mixed with okay, so I got trained by some really good coding people, but it was like very general stuff. And like I do have a decent foundation. What, where you at? Sophisticated test? No, not that one. No. I forgot I was about to show. Oh, here we go. Go to the Triforce channel and he has a whole library of this kind of stuff and list of books and more on how to train yourself. Okay. Something else. No, we'll leave that for now. But yeah, definitely get back to me, ask a question and stuff. If I can't help you, I'll let you know, because I still, how do I say it? If I said proficiency, like the reason I'm the lead trainer is not because of my competence in coding or StockCraft. It's because of my ability to make complicated things simple, because I use layman terms. And at this point, like in my overall, this is what I know about StockCraft. I can help like create the foundation and I can like help a lot of stuff. But when it comes to like the specifics of, can you help me, fix my code? Yeah, I'm not at that point yet. And I'm not trying to be at that point yet, because how do I say it? Like, I'm not trying to be a quantitative trader. I'm just trying to take the pressure off of Steven. And like, so I have like a different focus. And eventually I will get to that point, but it won't be within this year. It won't be within like at least 2-3 months. Every couple weeks to a couple months, we have like coders come in and they just show me stuff. And then like, I pretty much play with that for a couple weeks. And then that's how I ingrain my knowledge. Other than that, it's just passive reading the blogs, quantitative trading stuff, while also trying to keep up the normal trading stuff. It's hard trying to watch a position and talk. And I'm already a single-minded person in the first place. No, what am I doing? Something. Oh yeah, chat. How much will the short location fee? How much will the short location fees? Oh, is okay. How much were the fees? 0.27 and some of them were 0.23. Yeah, I got like 500 for like 0.23 and another one for 5.27. So what is that? I think it was like less than 200. Yeah, because it no, it would have been more than 200, like $280, probably like 250. Yeah, because 1,000 times 2.7, and then half were 30 cents off. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh. So again, this is a gap up short. Okay, so it did 2 squeezes and then a fake out. But that's fine. It's almost 10:30. If it goes up like another time, doesn't break that high, well, pretty much I see 2 variation. One, find some type of like small support. Like the volume slowed down a lot, and like that's cool. The more this goes sideways, the better chances we have that it's going to just crack. But I don't want to crack too soon, because if it does, it's going to find support in the 5s and come back up. As long as it stays above 6 for the next like 20 minutes, I'll be comfortable going back in on the next bounce. Oh, it's at 5 minutes. I knew something was off. Where you at? Is this right? Yeah, right. Okay, there we go. There's something off. 5 minutes. Yeah, 2 month. 15. Why does it look like that? No one. Ooh, did this come back up already? All right, so with this, when it gets into like the 13, this is gonna tell what this is gonna do. I think it already halted. But again, these are micro floats. Oh, okay. One's on this side, one's on that side. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Okay, it's picking up, but it's not violently. Oh, wait, actually, I think it heard me. Yeah, it's about to kill it. Whoa. That's so much volume. Okay, well, what am I doing? Am I Steven's student? No, I'm his friend from high school. It puts me in like a very unique category. Like a lot of you guys like probably learned from the bottom or like learned from the top. Me, I was somewhere like right in the middle. And so I have like so much stuff I should do, but also have like my own, what do you call it? Toxic, or no, wrong word. I have my own problems. There we go. Like, so you remember there was a Fung Bros YouTube video. He's like, oh yeah, me and my buddy Dontez, we opened up a TD Ameritrade when we first started. And he also mentioned in like the first DVD, he's just like, you know what? Sometimes you follow your friend, and your friend, he's trying to help. Okay, this is going up to where I was talking about before. Now, you remember Steven said this is going to be like an LGVN kind of thing. That's only if it gets past that resistance from before. But like, it's gonna have to first get past like this 13 area. I have borrows on it. What time is it? Okay. Nah, it still has strength. Only 4 million volume. because this originally was at 800, 900K in the pre-market. Okay, I'm getting distracted too much. You have your own demons to fight, of course. Yeah, this year was like one of the biggest boost to like my self-confidence, my ability to fight demons, my self-control, my anger issues, all kinds of like stuff. Like I'm really grateful this year, and like I just have an overall sense of a better sense of like my well-being and awareness of like spirituality and some stuff like that. It's just in trading, it brings out the worst in me. It's kind of fun, honestly. Like the learning, the process. It's just, don't you dare. Like if I go in now, I'd just be chasing. I'd have to wait for a bounce. But no. It's okay. Ish. How do I make this bigger? Well, I could just get rid of that. Put it down here. But I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Cool. Zooming out a little bit takes away the FOMO. Now, this one, I'll let that do its thing. Okay. Well, I only took a $600 loss. I was about to say 600K. So this is, remember, this is like a bounce short, and this is closer to like a smaller overextended gap down thing. That wouldn't be, would it be first right day? No, it'd be like overextended gap. But I don't know, it's hard. What did you do? Would you mind sharing the blog name, homie? So, the blog's name. That I'll have to get approval, because I don't know if I'll shoot myself in the foot if I do that. But yeah, I'm like pretty likely. Yeah, pretty. Yeah. I'm not gonna say too much about the blogs, but how do I say it? Yeah, I'll ask the people that, you know, I'll ask the people behind me. I don't want to say superiors because I don't think that, like, no, but and I can't just like ask Steven because he'll just be like, I don't care, and that's never helpful. Okay, it's definitely losing some momentum. As long as it doesn't break 580. It looks like it's about to though. If it does, I'm okay. So let's go back to this. Do you scale into shorts or go all in at once? See, I normally go all in at once so you can have good habits come from your max loss. Because at the end of the day, you want your actions to be repeatable. And I'm looking for specific actions. And so remember how I talked about before, if this cracks before like 1030, 1020 area, I was saying it could probably find some type of support in this area, then come back up. I'm aiming for that come back up on like it's not a shoulder, but I'm aiming for that like comeback area. When it came to like the top, let's see, 40%, 43, then put it here, then the second one. Yeah, that's accurate. Then, yeah, all right, so 2 squeezes, the 30% push. So what am I doing? So when it comes to like building a position, you break the position at least in like 1 or 2 when it comes to these gap ups, because you don't know where the top is. In my case, I went in, I made 2 mistakes already. One, I didn't wait for like the push to actually happen, even though I know that the push is gonna happen. 2, I didn't size down like to like a third on that first push. And that first entry is only to get your borrow fees back. Instead, what I did was half and half. And so that gave me like a really low entry that put a lot more pressure on me than it should have. And so like my actual average should have been something closer to like 580, 590. And then that 630 that I was trying to risk wouldn't look as scary. And then I could have just easily took a smaller loss when it did one of those dips at 6, after I saw that the volume came in to around, was like 40 million at that point, or 40 million to like 35 million. And that could have been an easy signal to like size down. What was I about to say? On this second one, where it went up to like, what was it, 650, and then eventually up to 660. This 660 is like a fake out of the second or maybe third squeeze. That's something I could have aimed for, but you just never know, because like anytime between like here and here, it could have went right past that point at one candle up to 7. And so instead of just aiming for this point or like that 7 point, I'd rather just do something that's safer, where all this intraday resistance mixed with the where you at? 2 months. That's right. Oh, it's wrong chart. There we go. Yeah. So that what did I say? Like 650 area mixed with the resistance created up to this point. Because like what's happening is, since not half, but at least a third of like the resistance created here, which mostly is only up between 6 to 8 in the first place. Half the resistance that was here between yeah, so it was barely any resistance like below. So this one's kind of hard to read, but I'd say somewhere like around here. There's barely any resistance anyway below like 680. Is that right? Yeah, 680. And it was already canceled up to 550. I think it was 550. With a lot less resistance. And so I shouldn't even shot between like 550 to about 620. But remember, my average was like 560 because I traded in the first 5 minutes. But that's usually okay if it's like a big push and you try to top ticket, because there's a lot of stuff that normally just dies right out of the open. Where's my, there we go. But right now, so here's the bounce. It actually found support faster than I thought. I was expecting like something like 560, 550, then come back up. But again, I'm aiming for the second shoulder. And so depending on how it gets into like this 620s, 630s area, if it just like blows past it, it's going to show it has a lot of strength still. If it just stays below like 620, that might be the place where I go all in one entry, and then I'll risk like something super tight. So it's staying under that like 620 for now. And so I'm getting ready to go all in. But like with this, let's see, $6 stock, 60 cents is 10%. Already down 60, so or 600. Okay, so I'd be risking, technically I can risk up to the high a day, But what's going to happen is once it get past like 630, 640, it's going to have enough momentum and enough people trapped in between this, consolidation range / period. It's just going to bring right through it. So I don't want to even get that close. If this goes into if this stays at this point for a while, I'm going to be risking 630. Yeah, like 630, 635. Okay, now I'm going in. Okay. Still going in.
Executed.
Yeah. Now, if this doesn't work, I've done my 2 tries. Well, I'm not going to watch it religiously. So, what am I doing? Are you Stevens? Have you had your own demon? Nope. How much were you no, I already said that too. How much were your locate fees for SYTA? Because I can't find any shares to borrow. I borrowed it for 0.23 and 0.27 around 530. High question. What should I master as a beginner to attempt trading? Thanks. As a beginner to attempt trading. What should I master? Okay, so when you're a beginner, you usually start with a 3 to 5K account. You're mostly trying to create good habits that aren't, they're going to build your confidence, that are going to give you good habits that are going to save you later when you get into like a bigger account. Before you do any of that, you're going to have some type of structure to like work with. And so you're going to have to learn a pattern. And then everything else is just finding your personal style while staying sharp for the days that the ideal opportunities come up. But you still want to statistically like track the stuff that's going to give you confidence that the next day is going to be within your expectations. Did I miss the IG? Man, that was an easy one too. But oh well. I don't think the Christmas music is helping. I don't even think this is Christmas music. Neighborhood candy. Nah, that's Christmas music. That's definitely. Okay, I don't know why I smiled at that. I feel like I'm dirty. But thanks for your insight on StockCraft today. Been trading over 3 years, and I was interested in confirming my strategy data and percentage, such as those closing over the high and volume, etc. Closing over the high. So when it comes to like, you said you're a long strategy. So I know I had something like that where closing over the high. If you're talking about like 3 days, 6 days later, I'm thinking, well, everything's kind of situational. So yeah, that's something like I'd have to think about, but I can't really help you confirm your strategies for now. I'm sorry, Robert. But okay. How disciplined do I want to be? I need to stop looking at the money. Okay, so what is it? 10% before, so I have up to 5%. Oh no, that still works. But if it goes past it, over. So one of the worst things you can do is like, if it goes up like 1% above your risk level and then you get faked out twice, yeah, you can't trade for like 3 days, like confidently. I just don't want to get into that place. But if it goes back up to like 640 again, then dips back down, I'm gonna get out on the dip. Like no questions asked. Like, nope, I'm going out. Because I just don't want to. I don't want to give myself too many bad habits trading stuff that you're not even supposed to be trading. What time is it? 10:24. But it really needs to dip though. There's something else I'm talking about. Would you look for a consolidation period that causes longs to sell, helping create a panic? Yeah, but like that's like obvious. But usually that kind of stuff is it's very long because you're pretty much playing with people's patience. And you before you like do that, you have to figure out where people are. So this isn't a gap up. This is a bounce short. But what was I say? Three hours is the normal like consolidation period before a lot of people get impatient. They have to go to lunch. They can't hold this because they can't trade all day and like be a potato in front of the camera and stuff. And so that's an option. But the best high odds scenario in that case is just to turn off the computer, come back 3 hours later, and just trade that one time at the end of the crack. But that also means that you missed all that potential like price action in between. And so it's not very practical. All right, so I'm going to cover half right now. I want to do it. I'm so stubborn, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah.
Executed.
Yeah, I'd rather, keep my discipline and that type stuff. If this drops, it's going to drop without me. I don't want it anymore. I'd rather just like track the price action for later. Now, what am I doing? Something else. I mostly just don't want to. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about that. So would you look for a consolidation period that causes longs to sell, helping create a panic? Yeah, 3 hours. Okay, cool. That's fine. It's still under the high day though. Now, the real top on this should be between 7. What is it? With all the volume it has now. See, 100 million is supposed to be the estimate for the day, and we're already 70% to that point, which means that the liquidity is very, very high right now. So, getting to I want to say like 7.5. I hate when it's still within my like tradable, like perceivable range. Oh well. But pretty much, if this goes past 7, it will actually be worth the trade. But is it worth the trade for me that already had 2 tries? No. Because I wouldn't be able to trade it confidently. Now, let's see what the borrows are for right now. Okay, they're not $1 anymore. What do you call it? $6 stock, 0.39. So it's about like 25% of your average gain, or about 8% of your position. Yeah, that's easily recoverable. Yeah, about 20% of your profits. Oh, I'm not gonna go into that. What am I doing? I'm saying some of these questions out of order. Oh no, I've seen most of them. I think I answered most of these. Yeah, if anybody didn't get their question answered, you can ask it again since I'm out of a trade. Oh, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Oh, look at that. I have likes. Bro, I feel like I'm just raging on camera at this point. Oh, Oh, I need water. You know, this helps me rage a little faster. Would you? I feel like I can answer that better. But there's something I wanted. Oh yeah. All right, guys. It's 10:30. Thanks for coming out. If there's a trade tomorrow, you'll see me. Most likely you're just gonna see me anyway tomorrow. I should be traveling real soon, so I forgot if that's in the morning. Yeah, we should be there by the night. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. When it comes to SYTA and ISIG, I didn't really check to see if there was other stuff that came up. Yeah, market's dead today. And anything in the top gainers right now is kind of dangerous. So stay safe. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.